Hey guys, welcome back to another round of Cyborg Gaming. Today I have just finished off the Aid for Bruma part of the quest in the main storyline, going from town to town, helping out each city, collecting Aid for Bruma by completing the Oblivion gates in that area. So now if I come over to my quest, I am at the Cloud Ruler Temple, and go over here, we got the Blood of the Divines, and now we need to speak to Martin. We're going to try to go into the Realm of Paradise. So let's go through here. Martin should be in here. So Martin's been studying the books, trying to figure out everything. What the heck? Oh, he's upstairs. Okay, duh. So let's get up here.
Sir. What do you need?
Go. I don't see him sleeping in here very often. I was a little bit confused. I usually just have him in the main area.
The second item is the counterpart to the first. The blood. Unlike the Daedra Lords, the gods have no artifacts. How then to obtain the blood of a god? But Joffrey solved it. The blood of Tiber. This is a secret remembered only by the Blades. Be sure to speak to Joffrey about the armor of Tiber Septim.
So, Martin wants you to recover the armor of Tiber Septim. The armor is in the shrine of Tiber Septim, in the catacombs beneath the ruins of Sancre Tor. But Sancre Tor became evil long ago. I do not... The four... Here. And ain't after the arm, but no...
Alright, so let's get out of here. We are going to go work on that. I think on this one you're going to need to have either a silver weapon or something that has been like magic related, enhanced. What am I thinking? What's the correct word here? Enchanted weapons. That is what I'm thinking of. Okay, so let's go to the map. But yeah, you're going to need some enchanted weapons and things like that. Silver weapons will work as well. As I think, as far as I remember, there's a good amount of ghosts in this area. And they can be a bit obnoxious, especially the higher level you are. So now I have a pretty heavy walk to take. So I will clip it over to the point where we can start working on the actual quest here and when I get to the location. Alright guys, so I'm at the castle now. So we're going to come off here. I already took out these little guys. We can grab their staffs. I do like the graphics on how they did the animation for those guys and how they improved them. They're more like see-through than kind of like I don't know, kind of goblin looking in the original. But like I mentioned, right off the bat, we have a Wraith. So you'll need an enchanted weapon or silver longsword, something like that, to take these guys out. And, you know, the ectoplasm, it's like not really worth picking up, so most of them I'll just pass by. So the swords and some of the weapons that they do drop, though, can be decent. They'll have some, like, I think elven longswords, things like that. But we're going to come across a friendly ghost here soon enough. So let's get in here. Ancient ghost, not much there that I care about. I don't really need the ectoplasm. We're good there. I think I just saw one more here. So let's come down. Let's take you out. Let's take you out. And yeah, let's grab that elven sword. If it will pick up. There we go. And let's come down here, pull that lever, and this should open right up for you. So this one is like a decently long castle to get through and fort. I think we're getting pretty close to the next area where we are going to find our friendly ghost. So you got the undead blade. Just remember the people at the Cloud Ruler Temple are the blades. And then you can see here, we now have our friendly ghost. So I'm going to come over here, pick that up, come over here and just break through that. I definitely want to get that security up to level 100 before picking up one of the Daedra artifacts. So let's max that out. And we're going to follow him along. And so there is a Daedra artifact that is going to kind of mess up your chances of leveling up the security. So I kind of, for myself, I like to get my items like or skills basically maxed out before I do certain things, and that will be one of them. So we can come through here. Ooh, interesting. I do not remember that in the original. That's pretty cool. Alright, so let's go through into the entry hall. And we are going to try to get basically this special shield or armor set. So we can see through here. I swear there's a... Yep, there's a chest right there. Oh, let's go take out that wraith. So we're going to, I think, need to go down each and every path first. And then basically find the undead blades in each one of them. So let's start on this way first, okay? So you can see we do have a map marker telling us to go down here. So let's go check this one out and clear it out pretty fast. So once we have all the, I think they're all undead blades, we are good to continue progressing. Interesting, that didn't even look like one. Okay, so you can see the map marker is now green. It says about 100 feet before we can progress. Let's take them out. Ah, we got the warden. Looks like he has just maybe like an elven mace. Yeah, let's take it. Why not? At this point, I have, I think, 1 or 2 houses I want to buy, and I think it's about 25,000 gold, and I've been buying, like, every house possible, so I am pretty broke. So let's take you out. Let's see. Nice little elven sword, glass arrow. And yeah, I mean, obviously, the higher level you go in this game, the little bit easier it is to get gold. I have also been maintaining a pretty low level just to make the combat a little bit easier for me. Let's try going down all the way here. Let's see if this will take us through. There we go. So I got another wraith. So yeah, just the one thing I would say about enchanted weapons though is sometimes when they run out of juice, they really aren't. Oh, did I just go in a giant circle? Of course I did. What the heck? Okay. So let's go back up this way and see if we can find a better path. Or am I crazy? Do I need to go off to the side here? Let's check this out. Okay, perfect. There we go. Oh man, if I almost ran all the way back around. So I like to just grab this stuff just because you're probably not going to get too many chances at grabbing some of these items. The ancient katana, I mean, I wouldn't worry about that. But you can see then we got a map update. So that's one more blade down. So there we go. Kind of creepy voice, but that's okay. So let's go check out this. Nice. Let's see. Nope. Now we gotta run all the way back. So I'm gonna just kind of sprint through this. Hopefully I remember exactly the path that got us over here. And then we got, I think, 2 more to go. I think it's 4 in total. Come on, use my sprint. I was hoping I could jump through that. So, there we go. But really, I mean, that took me a couple minutes to get through. As long as you can figure out the path, you should be good. Feel free to, obviously, if you're watching this, just follow the same path I did. I got through that pretty smoothly. So now you can see we have a new map marker, and then we have 1 more over there. So that's 4 in total. I don't think there's really much of a reason to, if you want to kill the wraiths, you can, but if you're just trying to speed through this thing, you could probably get away with just running through them. So another ancient. Those are pretty simple, luckily. And let's see where this guy is. So let's work our way down. It's like, do we have to get... Ooh, yeah, okay. I could probably make that jump, but I'm not going to do that, just in case you guys don't have as much acrobat skills. I also like to keep the, like, Jack Heel spring boots, or whatever they're called, from the Thieves Guild quest, which ups your acrobat skills by a pretty good amount. So this guy is kind of hidden right over here. Kind of blends right in my opinion. Nice. So let's check that undead blade. Oh, nice cleaver. And let's just talk to you. So that one was even faster, which is really nice. And then you got a couple chests here. And let's go. Always getting some type of YouTube notification. So let's sprint all the way out of here. And let's get up here. So yeah, like I mentioned, we have 3 down now. That one was pretty fast and pretty easy. Let's go see how the last one is. Should probably just jump down here. Let's take you out, take you out. Go. Alright, awesome. We're back in the main room. Probably should adjust my game capture. Ooh, nice. Took me right to it. I thought I was going backwards and going back to the main room. Okay. There we go. So you can see he's coming up here, so we should be good to just come up, wait for him to go into the main room, and once he kind of settles, we are, I think, good to go, and then that is pretty much the end of this quest. We'll just need to get out of here. That's one, I have mentioned it so many times, but yeah, that's one thing I hate about some games, is the very slow pace some of these guys will walk at. Okay, so he's probably just going to go right through the wall. There wouldn't be enemies here otherwise. So let's sprint down, go off to the left. You can see now the map marker has updated. We got about 75 feet. So let's jump right up here. Strength is drained, so I'm going to have to wait a second here. Let's see if I'm actually over encumbered. Nah, I should be good by the time this wears off. Okay, I can't move. I'll just wait a sec. Okay, there we go. I gotta repair armor. And use my repair hammer. So let's check that out. Potion of healing. Swear, is there anything else in here? Okay. Alright, so we are pretty good at this point. Let's get out of here. Take out a wraith. I think I have enough of those swords. I could probably go sell a handful of those. Into the entry hall we go. So we're going to spawn pretty much right at the very bottom here. So you can see one here. Let's take out that wraith. And it looks like we got another one here. go. Let's follow this bad boy right in here. So basically they're just going to do kind of like a stance and like a ceremonial thing. And then I think it's like a little gate or a little door is going to open up for us. And then we'll get like an armor of like the Tiber Septim.
Stand aside in the name of Tiber Septim and the blade.
Alright, we'll stand aside. You can see now, he's slowly walking in here. And I'll just let them do their thing. Alright, perfect. So now that that blocker is out of the way, let's go in here. And let's grab the armor of Tiber Septim. Now take it to Martin at the Cloud Ruler Temple. I swear I saw a chest like in here. Okay. Alright, so that is pretty much it, guys. So I'm going to sprint out of here, and I will get us back to the main entrance. We'll go back up to Cloud Ruler Temple, and then that will be the end of this mission. So, overall, this one's not too bad. It might take you 20 minutes or so. The one thing I will say is, yeah, I have come in here before when I am a higher level and I still probably didn't have the best weapons for the race, and it was incredibly frustrating to deal with. There's so many of them. Obviously, I kind of blew past them pretty easily, a couple hits per wraith, but I have seen it where it's like, oh man, you're taking like, it feels like 20 swings at some of these guys, and they're just really not going away, and with the amount of them, it can be pretty obnoxious. So I'm kind of hopping around here. But yeah, I think that at least now you know what you have to do. You know where you have to go, and hopefully I gave you a little bit of a heads up on making sure that you have a pretty strong weapon. The Drimoria longsword for me works pretty well. Like I mentioned, awesome. Enchanted weapons are really good, and they deal high damage, but if they run out of uses and power, basically, then they become pretty useless in a good amount of situations, and I feel like they aren't always the best. Silver longswords, things like that, also like good, but just maybe don't pack as much of a punch as the Drimorias.
Sir.
So let's go up here. Let's see if...
Good evening, sir.
Oh, got it. What the heck? Is he downstairs? Oh, man. Just pick a location. Did you go outside? He did. Please don't crash again. There we go.
Sir.
Oh man, this guy is just teleporting around. That's obnoxious. Ooh, that's cool.
My progress on the Mysterium Xerxes. The Septim blood may flow through my veins, but you have the soul of a hero. The armor of Tiber. You can reassure Geoffrey that I will not the blades are as... While you were gone, I've made some progress in deciphering the Mysterium Xerxes ritual. You may have run across lesser Welkin stones. They have been plundered one by... There is only a place. The capital of one of the... It is... Be careful, my friend. I know you've braved many dangers already, but Misgarkand is not to be taken lightly.
Alright guys, so I will continue on in the next step of the Oblivion Remastered main storyline. But for now guys, this is the end of this video, and I hope you guys found that helpful, and I'll catch you on the next one.